Oops. Dap-a-doo, two white guys in a wheelchair. And we're live. Hello,
Hello.
listeners.
Hello.
This is Raiden, your
And
host,
Eric.
and Eric, and we are here today with a special guest, Armando Ramirez. Very special to us because he is coming all the way from Colorado, calling in all the way from Colorado. So he reached out. That must have been Armando. What do you think? It was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I believe it was like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, yeah, reached out to me around then, saying that he had found us through the interwebs, and thought that we had that we must be doing something right because he thought that we were talking about some interesting stuff. So
Yeah.
he reached out, he wanted to be on, and maybe we'll just start right there. So Armando, maybe tell us a little bit about yourself, how you found Eric and I, and what made you want to reach out.
Yeah, so it was so I did this. I got like a scholarship, kind of something where I could be able to keep on speaking. And yeah, I found you guys on that website because I get credits where I can see like the information and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, I seen you guys. I heard some of your podcasts, and yeah, it's good. I want my word to really inspire the young people that are really struggling with the spinal cord injury or anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And so what? So you found us? Did you find us on Google, or what was your?
Yeah, so it's called like speakerhub.com.
Okay.
Actually, they give you.
Oh, one sec.
Cool.
Oh, Armando, I just got a pop up here. Could you refresh your browser? There's something that went wrong here, so we'll see if we can get you back in here. Oh my goodness, it's
We'll
really
lose him?
thing. Yeah. Okay. See if he gets back here. All right. So Eric, what do you think of Armando so far?
I'm interested to hear about his story. Armando, did we get you back?
Yeah, can you guys hear me now?
Yep. Perfect. Okay, nice. Yeah, I think we should be good. Okay, so you found us through Speaker Hub.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, yeah, so what is the word? What would you like to tell young people?
I feel like for my example, my life, it really changed. Before my accident, I had a business. I was running the business of collision repair. I went to a technical college to learn about that stuff, and I was there for 2 years. And it was going good. I was making pretty good money, really good money at the age of 18. And I had three options. I had three options before my accident.
Mhm.
So it was either, expand my business, get into at least hire workers, or and one of my friends, they offered me a job at Pilates to paint private jets
Hmm.
or to do real estate. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna see what they're gonna offer me at the private jets, because I mean I love to travel. I just love planes and just they're just amazing. And I went to the interview and just seeing those like the private jets made me think like, wow, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know. So then yeah, like they called me back. I got the job, and I believe I was gonna make like 90,000 a year starting.
Hell yeah.
Well, it was pretty good money for a 18-year-old.
Mhm.
But that weekend is when I got shot.
Mm.
I do have a spinal cord injury. It did go It just bumped my spine. It did not break my spine, but it did just bump into my spine.
Yep.
And I was at the hospital for 2 months, and I went to a therapy hospital for another 2 months. That was Craig.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was, it really changed my life. You go to making a lot of money, everything's good in life to being in a wheelchair.
hmm And so how? So you were at the. So you said you were at the kind of like a local hospital for 2 months, and then the Craig for 2 months.
Correct. Yeah, I was at, so I haven't been home since like 4 months.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. I got disconnected there for a little bit.
Yep.
Um, are could someone Armando? So how I guess I'll just first of all ask, how are you doing these days? Like mentally and emotionally, how are you feeling?
Oh, mentally, I feel good. I think some, like for example, like for business, it does get emotional because I do real estate,
Mm.
and
Yeah,
that could be emotional with clients or stuff like that. But other than that, like my personal life, well, I'm doing good. I mean, I think I have that mentality that it's just everything happens for a reason. Um, and I mean, yeah, it's just God that does everything, and
yeah,
everything happens for a reason.
yeah. He doesn't give us stuff we can't handle either.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was going to make my collision repair business that month June. I believe I was making like 8,000, and that month July I was gonna make 9,000. But the months before when I started in April. I was pushing around like to 6,000.
Nice.
Well, and sorry, I cut out for the part. Armando, do you mind explaining how you got injured?
Yeah, yeah, of course. So I was at a party, and just kicking it with the friends. Me and my friends, we were the one who hosted it. We had at my friend's house where they had the party, and the last thing I remember is just looking at my phone, reading the text, and that's when I wake up at the hospital. And I
Wow.
did see the video of me because it had like a ring camera. I did see the video when I just fell down. There was blood. I had a white shirt on, and you see like a dark spot just expanding more and more in my body. And yeah, I mean, other than that, I wake up at the hospital. My best friend was giving me CPR, and yeah, and it was pretty difficult to wake up to that situation.
Yeah,
The doctors were telling me, Armando, you've been shot. You're never gonna walk again. Don't look on YouTube for miracles or anything like that. And
yeah.
it really made me think, like that's crazy. Like I get the doctor trying to do his job, but telling me that stuff really, really got to me.
Hey, I can definitely relate. Um, wow. And so how long has it been since your injury?
So I was shot on July 16th, 2023.
Okay, so it's been almost 4 years then, hey?
No,
Uh,
2 years.
yeah,
3,
2023.
yeah, sorry,
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah. And
So that's still pretty fresh, hey?
Yeah, it's pretty fresh. It was it's a process. This year's probably been one of my hardest years.
Yeah,
I've been through a lot. I feel, but like I said, everything happens for a reason. I'm in the situation where I thought back then I was not gonna be. Did that make sense?
yeah.
Eric,
Well,
how long has it been for you since your accident?
well, I got hurt April 30th of 2015.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so it'll be 11 years next April.
Nice, nice, nice. And like I still go to therapy. Um, For example, I mean, there's this place called excuse me, there's this place called Barwis, Colorado. Uh,
Okay.
I really love the place. It's something where I do see progress in myself. Do
Have you been back to Craig since your initial visit?
Yeah, I've been back to Craig. It's been something where, for example, where I got like my leg braces. That
Yeah.
was like the last time I've been there. Um, but yeah, Craig is good. Craig is good to learn to be an independent wheelchair user. For like myself, I am independent. I do everything by myself. I drive,
Mm-hmm.
I cook, I do everything by myself.
Do you mind me asking what level of injury?
I mean, I am a T10.
Okay.
Yeah, it was gonna be a T10.
So that's pretty low on on your spine, hey?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you have sensation in your chest?
Yeah, yeah. My chest, I do have sensation. Um, like, well, I do have like the sensation in my legs as well. Like right now, my legs hurt.
Yeah.
Um, I don't take any medicine. If it's really bad, I only take Tylenol. But I remember
Really?
they wanted to give me like baclofen or baclofen, whatever that's called.
Yeah.
But someone told me that it just kills your nerves. That's something that I don't want to do.
Have you ever tried gabapentin?
Nah, nah, I haven't tried.
Yeah. Is that something you just want to avoid, like pain
Yeah,
medication?
yeah, I don't really like taking pain medicine. Even when I got shot,
Yeah.
um, I was so maybe like the first week I was on it because I mean I couldn't really really talk for myself, because I remember the first day I did have like a tube, like in my mouth, not
Yeah, they give you a ventilator, hey?
yeah, to help me breathe. I didn't have it in my
Yep.
throat, but in my
Mm.
mouth, going down to my lungs and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean when they took it out, it was hard to breathe. It felt like I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's been a process for sure.
Hey, I get it, man. And well, first of all, I'm sorry that happened to you. I wouldn't wish a spinal cord injury on my worst enemy. So I feel for you, and I'm glad that you're doing well now.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's really the mentality that really gets a lot of people
100%.
because I mean, excuse me, at the end of the day, it's you against you. It's
Yeah.
something, yeah, it's just you against you. And
Yeah.
it's sometimes the only disability we have is a broken mindset.
That's a good quote.
And that's what my coach told me. He told me that, and I really look up to my coach at the real estate. He's a really good guy. He's taught me a
Yeah.
lot.
How do you find you selling real estate? Well, I think you're in a manual chair.
Yeah, I am in a manual chair.
So what do you do if there's like a flight of stairs or something?
Yeah, so I did have situations like that in probably like what last month. So it's usually I call one of my friends or one of my family members
Hmm.
to help me go up the stairs one by one. I usually get there maybe 30 minutes early just to make sure if anything happens or whatever, I'm prepared. I have time to fix whatever's happening or whatever.
Yeah. Good for
And
you.
yeah, I mean, it's just something where I want to be ready for if something bad happens or whatever. If I make it up the flight of stairs within 10 minutes, I have 20 minutes to spare or something
Yeah.
like that. And another case was one of my friends was trying to get into a condo, and the one we went to go look at, it was on the third floor. There was no elevators, there was no nothing,
Oh
just stairs.
wow.
But this friend, he's been a good friend. We've been knowing each other since middle school, and he was like, you know what, we'll help you go up, and we went one by one up the stairs all the way to the third floor, and yeah, it's just little by little.
Yeah.
Something at a time. How so, Armando? I'm curious. How did so how long after leaving the Craig did you uh, start to look for work again, and then how did you eventually end up in real estate?
So, let me see. So, it was, uh, I haven't worked. So when I got shot and everything, it's probably been like maybe a year since I couldn't work or whatever. But I went back to my old job where they offered me to work,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just do it just to get out the house and just to be more social,
Yep.
just to get over that fear, like, oh, I'm in a wheelchair and
Yep.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I was a salesman at a paint store, at a collision paint store, where I would sell automotive paint and stuff like that for just to be able to paint cars and fix them and all that. But I was a salesman.
Nice.
So then yeah, I was there for maybe a good year, but and they just let me go
Mm.
July of this year.
Okay.
So I got my license in April, and I
Real
was
estate
doing my real estate license in April, and I was doing real estate here and there as part time. But when they did let me go, as they just let me go for whatever reason,
license.
they I just pursue real estate for full time, and it's been, I think it was meant to happen. I think it was time for me to let go of that job and just really focus on what I want to do.
Good for you.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
And so, what kind of real estate do you focus on? Is there anything in particular, or
right now,
how has that journey been?
yeah, right now I'm just doing residential.
Mhm.
Like I said, it's good. I'm learning a lot. With the right team and the right agent, a lot of stuff can happen.
Mhm.
But I think it's real estate's a thing of time. And the reason why I came into real estate is because me, my mom. It was My mom was a single mom, and I felt like it was hard for her because I remember we were going through apartment to apartment. And I feel like my mom did not have the resources to be able to get into a home, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So I really try to help families, single moms, single dads, everybody that would benefit from getting a home. Because
Yep.
at the end of the day, you want to pay yourself instead of someone else's mortgage. You
Yep.
know.
Big time.
Yeah.
So, I guess what have you found? What have you been finding is working um, in finding clients?
So yeah, that's the pretty hard thing is getting clients is something where, for example, my business before my accident, my business would come to me.
Mm.
But because it was something where it was quick, I would get it done within 5 hours or whatever it was.
Mhm.
But now it's a different game. Now it's something where I have to make videos. I gotta do TikToks, and I gotta go to networking events or just
So,
reach out to my database.
a lot of
My
networking.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of networking. And I feel like a lot of people just wonder like, oh, what does he do, and why is he in the chair? And a
Mhm.
lot of people ask me like, oh, why real estate? How are you gonna show properties? How
Mhm.
you gonna do this and this and this? And to me, I feel like that's all excuses. Because at the end of the day, it's really up in the mind where you make all the magic happen. You
Yeah.
know, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit difficult going up the stairs or whatever, but there's always people who I could trust, that will go with me and check out the property as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool that you have a system in place and people that you can rely on.
Yeah, it's just something where I really have to trust those people. It's not just like I trust anybody, but it's more of my family, where if something will that come like something that comes up like that, then I will call my family and and ask them if they can help me.
So where in because you're kind of Denver area, right?
Yeah, Denver.
Okay, okay. And you said you're driving as well too. How has it been uh I guess adjusting to I guess one like kind of yeah, doing basic things again on your own. How has that adjustment been? And then yeah, tell me about like getting around um, and your approach to that.
Yeah, so like, yeah, for example, get getting in my chair, or excuse me, putting my chair in the truck. It does get a little bit difficult at sometimes,
Mhm.
especially in the snow. Like last year, my seats were getting wet.
Mm.
Uh, everything was getting dirty and stuff like that. I had to keep going on and on and on. But it's something where I'm grateful I could do that stuff,
Yeah,
because something, before my accident, just me in general, I love to go on drives. I
yeah,
love just to go over the curves and all that stuff. That's something I really love to do is to
yeah.
be able
It,
to drive and
the
you know
feeling of freedom.
yeah, exactly. Somewhere if I
Yeah.
want to go here, I'll go here. If I want to go get some groceries at the grocery store and make food tonight, I could go.
Mhm. Yeah, nice. And okay, so you mentioned okay, so 2 years out. This year, you know, tougher year. Eric, I'm kind of curious. You're going up on year 11. Uh,
Yeah.
what are some mm, what are some things looking back that you would tell yourself 2 years out of your injury?
Um, it's a good question. I think I would tell if I could go back to the 2 year post injury me and say something, I would tell them something along the lines of like try and be as present as you can,
Mm,
which would have been tough because I was dealing with, trying to cope with the gravity of the situation
yeah,
and not doing the best job at it with self medicating and whatnot. But
yeah,
um, yeah, I try and say be present, be in the moment because you never know when you're not going to have the opportunity to make those memories.
mhm,
I totally agree with you. Now it's something where like you love yourself more as a human being. It's something where
Yeah.
you start going to the gym and start, yeah, people are gonna look at you, but at the end of the day, there's some people help you. Sometimes you don't need the help, but
Mm-hmm.
it just knows that, oh, there's still good people out there. They don't just
One
look.
hundred percent.
It's really beautiful what humans could be.
yeah,
Something just being distracted, keeping yourself busy. I think that's been something really really important for me, just staying myself busy and stuff like that.
mm.
Yeah.
And so, besides Armando, besides real estate and work, what do you do to keep yourself active and keep yourself busy?
Yeah, so I usually go to the gyms
Mhm.
to recover after the gym. I have like a tub outside of water where I get in to really just control my breathing.
Yeah, cold plunge.
Yeah,
Nice.
really just to really control
Oh
my
wow.
breathing and to relax my spasms.
Mhm.
Do
And,
you get pretty bad spasms?
yeah, I do. So like I do get spasms. I can use my spasms to like stand up. Um,
Oh wow.
my where I'm going at Barwis, they are teaching me how to use. It's like they're teaching me how to use my spasms, if that makes sense.
Mm.
It's a really good hospital, or it's not a hospital, but it's like a gym, but with like a therapist. They really help me there, but insurance does not cover it, so I do come out of pocket from that. But like I said, it's really worth it, and the time is right.
Right.
Yeah.
What is that insurance situation like down in the States for somebody with a spinal cord injury?
So there was one time, where me and my dad were going home. And we were on the highway 225, and we had the chair in the back of the truck, right?
Mhm.
And then we didn't strap it or nothing because we've been riding like that for a while. Nothing's happened.
Yeah.
And then for some feeling, I just turned around. Like I had a feeling, I had a feeling about my chair, I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
I turn around and I see my chair slowly, slowly going off the truck while we're on the highway.
Oh no.
And I'm like, Dad. He's like, huh? And then I just see the chair fall off the high, like the truck because we didn't have a tailgate
Oh
either.
no. Yep.
So we just saw it. I saw it fly out the back of the truck,
Yeah.
and
One of those situations where it kind of is everything's in slow motion.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's like damn, like I just saw my wheelchair go off the highway 225 rolling, and then it hits the wall, but no cars hit it or whatever. I was like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
Sorry
But
about that, guys.
No
no,
worries. You're back. You're back.
but
Armando was just saying that he had a situation where they had the chair in the back of the truck, and then slowly it shifted and fell out the back.
Oh no.
yeah. So then we pull over, we get the wheelchair. It's all bent. I'm just thinking, I'm like, and get this. This was probably like only like 4 months, no, 3 months when I got out of Craig.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
pretty fresh.
Yeah, so I was like, what the fuck, like that's crazy.
Yeah,
Like what am I gonna do? How am I gonna move around?
yep.
So then, we call Craig, and they let me borrow a loaner chair,
Hmm.
Oh wow.
and we're just in the process of getting the chair. We don't even know if my insurance is gonna give me another chair. Because it was, I mean, it was just bent, We didn't know if it was gonna because I was so fresh or for whatever reason. But I was on the loaner chair for maybe like 3 months
Hmm.
Wow.
because it was a process to get another wheelchair.
Did you get a new one?
Yeah, I did get a new one at the end of
Good.
it. So yeah, I mean, it was something I was like, dang, that's crazy.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's like something that Eric, like when you reached out, like Eric and I were talking about that a little bit, just like how different the U.S. and the Canadian healthcare system is, um, and yeah, so um, I know it's very different. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what I heard too. It's pretty different, but I mean, here, if I need like yeah, for example, like when I needed a cushion.
mhm.
Yeah, it was pretty easy to get a cushion, and that's about it. It was just sending proof I need a cushion and why I need a new cushion and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Okay. So okay, so you do that, and then so at this the the clinic that they have like physical therapy as well too. What was the name of it? The
It's called Barwiz, Colorado.
Barwiz Corrado. Okay. Yeah. So is it like physical therapy as well too, or
Yes, it's like they have a PT and then they have the neuro side.
They have
okay.
an OT?
Oh no, no OT, just PT and then the neuro side.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. But like I said, I mean that place has been
really
it's
helpful.
been yeah, it's been very good to me. Especially if you gotta put in the work.
Yeah.
I did get a grant for like 10,000 as well, to be
Nice.
able to go there,
Wow.
Nice.
and it's something that could really can benefit. I use my spasms to stand up. Like
Mhm.
I don't stand up for a long time, but I do stand up for a while. You know, with the walker, of course, but to hold my balance and stuff like that.
Mm. Yep. Oh, wow. And how does the um, where does the grant how does the grant work? Like how where does that come from? And
So it was called Walking with Anthony.
okay.
It was a grant for like for yeah for I mean I reached out to them because one of the manager told me to reach out for them,
Hmm.
and I was like, give it a shot, cool. So then, yeah, I got the grant. They called me and said, you have the grant to be able
Nice.
to keep going to bar with and stuff like that. I was like, cool. So I was going for 3 times a week
Nice.
at that place, and it's that they really push you the limits. It's not something where you just sit down and they do it for you. You actually have to really just mentally know you could do it.
Yeah, it's a
Mentally.
good workout.
Oh yeah. Every time I get out, the next day I'm always sore, and sweat. Like when I get out of the gym, it's just sweating and stuff like that. But they really push me to my limits when I go there.
Nice, nice. That's good. That's good. And you find that like after I know for myself for like at the gym like after a workout like the physical benefits are great, but it's the mental benefits that are really the where I notice the big difference.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Then
Just life I find life doesn't bother me as much after a
yeah,
good work.
yeah. But like in that case, what really helps me is like the cold plunge, where you go in the water when it's
Mm,
cold. Yeah, because I really think to myself like it's not cold, and just
mhm.
really control my breathing.
Yeah,
Because I feel like controlling your breathing is really something big in life. It's just controlling just that breathing.
breathing in, breathing out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading
Yeah.
a book called I think it's called Letting Go, and it's by a Buddhist monk. I think Thich Nhat uh, Thich Nhat something, and that's
Uh-huh.
his big thing, big on mindfulness.
Mm.
There's there's only right now. There's only the breathing in and the breathing out. Everything else you kind of are just making up in your mind.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like yeah, there was a lot of times where I was just really overthinking about what other people cared. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just really that mentality. It's something where I mean, I know what I did to help me, but it's really it's the beauty about it is finding what you want to do.
Mhm.
What you want to think. That's the real beauty.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And so, okay, so what kind of things did you like? Whether it was sport or things that you like doing before your injury that you can still do after your injury, or maybe some things that you've had to change your perspective on in order to bring that same level of enjoyment um, into your life now.
Yeah, so I like to swim.
Hmm.
I like to swim before my accident. It was something I like to do and stuff. So yeah, it was probably like maybe 4 months, 5 months out when I was out of Craig. Um, I just got in the pool and I swam. I tried to swim almost. It was
Nice.
I was struggling at first. It
Yep.
wasn't like the best, but it's something where I found ways to do it. I
Yep.
found this thing on Amazon. It's like a floaty, but it goes around my chest. It's like
Okay.
a life vest, but it's not a life vest.
Yep. Yep.
You know, and I use that not to just not to sink or whatever.
Yep.
Just to really learn how to flow and stuff like that.
Nice. Nice. That's good. How do you live near a pool?
Yeah, I live by a rec center. That's where I go to the gym. That's where I swim, and I do want to start hiking, like hiking, but in a wheelchair. There's
Mhm.
some me and my homie we're gonna go hiking maybe this week or next week. We'll see
Yeah.
how that goes.
Yep. Yep. Fair. Where yeah, is there kind of like a paved trail or kind of a like a wider trail kind of thing?
I think so. Hopefully, it's gonna be my
I
first
guess
time.
you find out.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So
no,
has it started to snow down there or not quite yet?
Yeah.
no, not really. We haven't got any snow yet. It's crazy because around this time, that's when we usually get snow.
Yeah.
What's the snowpack like? Like, does the
Oh,
snow stay for a long time?
yeah, it's some like when it's probably like in January, that's when it starts to stay a little bit more and snows a little bit more. I remember, yeah, I mean it gets difficult as a wheelchair user to when it snows, because you
Mhm.
gotta think about your feet's gonna get wet or the side of your clothes are gonna get wet because the snow's just piling up or whatever. But other than that, does sometimes it does stay, sometimes it doesn't.
Are you do you watch any sports, Armando?
Yeah, my Broncos football.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, football is the only thing I watch. I mean, I watch basketball here and there, but it's nothing crazy. It's just something where I just
Yeah.
watch it here and there. But football is something I really love to watch.
Yeah. How are your Broncos doing this year?
Oh, they're doing good. They're doing good. It's something I was surprised. Bo Nix is doing something.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys watch sports or anything?
Me, not so much. I cheer for the Chargers, which obviously they're not. So I'm obviously not a big Broncos guy, but can
Yeah.
appreciate that you like them.
Yeah.
And then Eric, you're a Vikings guy, and then I think Eric
Yeah.
and I are both not me. I cheer for the Flames. Eric, we're both Flames fans for hockey.
I would say we are.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Are you a hockey guy at all? The Avalanche are there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would want to go to a hockey game to, get that experience, but I never been like a big guy of hockey or stuff like that. Maybe,
Okay.
maybe I'll like it. I don't know. I gotta go to a game or something first.
Yeah, yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough.
You
Yeah. Well,
know?
Yeah.
maybe we'll work on you.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, yeah. Flames are the same time zone as the Avalanche, so maybe you could just be a Flames fan. Just skip the
Uh, yeah, yeah.
Well, that's cool. Okay. So
Oh,
yeah, so Armando, I guess maybe flipping gears here a little bit. So okay, so swimming, hiking maybe this summer, and then um I guess for your I guess like looking into I guess the new year here, what are some of your goals for career, for life? Um maybe some short term ones, like kind of for the end of the year, and then what you're looking to accomplish, kind of going further into the new year.
yeah. So one of the small goals I have for next year is to get into like a rental property now, because before my accident, I was gonna get into a rental property. I was gonna get into a townhome. I got
Mm-hmm.
the pre-approval letter already,
Nice.
and I mean, everything was going good before my accident. And
Yep.
that that week is when I got shot.
Yep.
But as one of my small goals is to get into like a townhome at
Okay.
first, to really, just to have that real estate in Colorado.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
Okay. So, to this is you buying a place,
yeah,
like
like
and renting it out, kind of thing. That's the idea.
yeah, I want to own it,
Okay.
buy it with the loan, of course, and
Yep.
and hopefully rent it out.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Where have
And
you been looking?
well, just somewhere like in Aurora, somewhere close where I could see it or see how everything's going and stuff like that. Something that's gonna be good for the price as well.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if well, maybe it doesn't matter if it's really like 30 minutes, but as long as it's, you know,
Something
uh,
that you can get to.
yeah, exactly. If the price is right, then it's good for me.
Okay.
And something else is getting into, I think, just really expanding my business more,
Mm-hmm.
my real estate business.
Okay.
I've been doing pretty good, but I know I could do better. I
Okay.
know it's something where I have to mentally be stable enough to really expand and really explore what options are there.
Yeah. Okay. And so if someone's listening to this right now and they're like, "Hey, I'm in Colorado and I'd like to buy something," this Armando guy seems like he knows his stuff. How would they find you?
That you guys can find me on TikTok. My TikTok is going to be, sorry, give me a second.
Yeah, what's your handle on TikTok? We'll put it in the description here as well too.
Okay, cool. So yeah, it's going to be Mondo, Mando underscore 303.
Yeah.
You guys can find me on there, or you guys can find me on Instagram. It's going to be Mondo, Mando underscore period 21.
One. Nice. Okay. And then I'll link um, your email for people to reach out to you as well too.
Okay, cool, yeah.
Nice. Um, okay. And so what you guys Armando, do you celebrate it's Thanksgiving there this week, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be
Is that on
Thanksgiving
Wednesday?
Thursday, I believe. Yeah, Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, because Black Friday's on Friday.
Nice.
Cool.
Do
Do
you
you
have
guys
any
celebrate Thanksgiving?
Black Friday uh, specials in your real estate business, or probably not?
Mm, Probably just get more business cards.
Yeah, fair,
You
fair
know,
enough.
that's my business, but
Yeah,
other than that, not really.
fair, fair. Are you do any plans for the Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving, I'm gonna just be with family and yeah, just with family and friends,
Nice.
cooking, eat food and stuff like that. Do you
Nice.
guys celebrate Thanksgiving?
So Canada has Thanksgiving earlier. Earlier in the year. It's in October. So
Yeah.
we've already had Canadian Thanksgiving.
Oh wow! Also, the Canadian Thanksgiving is in October.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
What about Christmas?
yeah, we do it. It's actually tomorrow. No, it's a month early.
Really?
Oh, I'm just teasing. No,
Oh, I love
no,
it.
Christmas is normal.
What
December,
was that?
yeah, December 25th is Christmas. So
Oh, so it's the same thing.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
it's just Thanksgiving is different, and then our Veterans Day is different as well too. There's a couple different ones.
Oh,
Well, Remembrance Day is Veterans Day in the States.
Oh yeah. Oh okay, okay. Because is Veterans Day the 11th?
Yeah.
Oh,
mm.
oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah. So ours is just called Remembrance Day instead of Veterans
Oh,
Day.
nice, nice, nice.
Yeah. And then
Nice.
I think there's a couple different ones that we have, but the big one, Christmas, is the same. So that should be good.
Mm.
What do you guys do for food for Thanksgiving? Turkey.
So I come from like a Mexican family. We
Mm-hmm.
usually make like pozole
Okay.
or like tamales. Tamales is the
Tamales
pretty
are good.
big one. Tamales is more big on Christmas, but sometimes we do have tamales.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we have mole.
Well, mole is really good.
Yeah, yeah, you know what that is?
Yeah, I I fuck with mole.
Yeah, mole is good, mole is real good.
Yeah.
And then what else? Sometimes we do like carne asada, but that's like rarely,
Yeah.
rarely. But then we have ham, turkey, rice. Or sometimes we have like menudo también. Excuse me.
Mm. Okay. I don't know if I've had that.
It's not my favorite, but we still have it.
Yeah. 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 It's a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
And so Armando, do you have any uh okay, so that's for Thanksgiving and then on and then, yeah, what do you guys do for Christmas time typically? What's your
Yeah, Christmas we usually just kick it with family. I usually either kick
Nice.
it with my dad's side of the family or my mom's side of the family.
okay.
You know, just depends. Either we go the 25th or whatever. It really just depends.
Yeah.
This year I don't know yet, but yeah. Yeah, I want to ask you guys real quick. What do you guys think about stem cells?
Ooh. I don't know that much about them. Eric, what do you think?
Um, uh, I think it's a super interesting prospect in the medical field.
Mhm.
Um, as to how much they're able to do right now, I think there's a debate surrounding the answer there. Do you mind me asking you, Armando, do you have a complete or incomplete injury?
Complete.
Okay, yeah, so do I. Um, okay, yeah, I'm not
But
entirely sure about stem cells, but
Yeah,
yeah,
Eric, what do
it's something where I mean, it's I don't know. Sometimes they when I first woke up, they were telling me incomplete,
yeah,
and then I went to Craig, they were saying complete, and then incomplete again. So it just really made me think like, what's really happening. I mean, I feel like they have the technology to know maybe what's going on, but for me, it's really God that knows.
you
God knows what's
yeah,
gonna happen. He knows my story, and
God's
I
plan.
just really just gotta trust God,
Yeah.
because you listen to them and say, "Oh, you're not gonna be able to stand up or walk anymore. Don't even think about miracles or something like that." No, like you gotta have that right mindset. You gotta have that mindset where you want to go. Because if you think the bad stuff, that's where it's gonna go. It's not gonna be the easiest when you think about the good stuff. It's not gonna be the easiest to do, but it's something that could happen.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
you know, it's not gonna be regret later on, saying, "Oh fuck, I should have done this," because pain is only temporary, but. Is forever.
Powerful. That's poetry, Armando.
How old are you, Armando?
21.
You're very wise for your age.
I was shot when I was 18. So I got shot July 16th and my birthday was July 18th. So I did spend my birthday in the hospital.
Mm.
Mm. But I mean it's the people who I hang around with, especially now in the real estate world. I have really good friends. They're teaching me what like they're teaching me their ways.
Mhm.
I feel like just hanging around with people like that really changes your mindset and everything. Yeah, I had that type of mindset before my accident, but now being able to speak and being able to hear other people's opinions really changes the way you think. It's something where
Yeah.
I learned to take that person's opinion. You know,
Big time. Um, um, oh man, I had a nice question geared up and I
You
lost
lost it?
it. um, hmm. So Eric, what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I. What is complete versus incomplete? What does that mean?
It's basically it's about the severity of the inflammation of the actual spinal cord.
Mm,
So let's say if there's a pretty direct amount of pressure or a point of impact on the spinal cord,
yeah.
depending on how bad it is, you'll either have a complete injury, which is there's a complete sever, or not necessarily sever, but disconnect between one side of the spinal cord to the other.
Yeah.
And an incomplete injury means that some of the signals are still getting across.
Okay. Okay. And then so Armando, you said you had what do you call
T10.
a T10? And Eric, what do you have?
Mine's in my neck, so it's a C4, C5.
C4, C5. Okay. And that the the letter and number corresponds to like what vertebrae it's at? Is
Bingo.
that okay? Okay. Armando, what do you think of Neuralink?
What was that?
Neuralink,
Is that like
uh,
what is that?
the Elon Musk startup, and it has like they have like they put kind of like a computer chip in your brain, and it kind of it kind of the idea is to like kind of skip over like where the injury is at to like kind
Uh-huh.
of complete the signal from the brain through the spinal cord.
Uh-huh.
Um, I was wondering if you had seen that at all. Yeah, I know
Mm,
Eric and I will talk about it sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do.
I heard of it, but it's like that's crazy, like that's something where it could really get dangerous at some point,
Mm-hmm.
or just stuff like that, because it could really just take over or something. But for
Yeah.
like example, I did look into to doing stem cells, and that's something I do want to do.
Mm-hmm.
When the time is right,
Hmm.
it's gonna happen. But there was this other thing where they put a chip in your spinal cord injury,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and they inject the stem cells as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that chip sends signals to the nerves, and
Yeah.
and they were telling me that you could control it from the tablet. And it's like it's fucking crazy, you know.
It's
And
like
it's
sci-fi.
yeah, exactly. You know, they would have me. So they have it in Mexico and Thailand, if I remember right, where they do
Hmm.
that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's pretty pricey. It's like 100,000 to do it.
Yeah.
120, excuse me, 120,000 to do it.
Okay. Yeah.
But personally, like for me, I wouldn't do that because
Yeah.
if something, what if that little chip blows up and it
Yeah.
just blows up the inside and something like that, you know?
Yeah.
For stem cells, that's something I will be doing, you know. So
Yeah.
that's something
Yeah.
that's gonna happen. But
Down the
uh,
line.
yeah, down the
Yeah.
line, you know, when the time's right.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think about like dating in a wheelchair?
Oh, great question, Armando.
Oh
Great
God.
question. Eric, you take that away.
Um, dating in a wheelchair.
Yeah, like you know, just stuff like that, you know.
I've found it to be difficult.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, it, it's hard for me to articulate how I feel about it because it. I think it's so doable and it's so possible. Like I
Hmm.
know lots of people with spinal cord injuries that are either in short-term or long-term relationships. Some of them have kids, so it's not that it's an impossible thing. It's more so when you are ready to open yourself up to someone
Yeah.
and and be vulnerable with that person. I think that's something people have a tough time with.
Yeah.
Got
I
what do
agree.
you think about it?
What was that?
What do you think about it?
You know, I was in a relationship. You know, so we were like talking before my accident, and then when I
Mm,
got shot, she was there like every day. Yeah, like every day.
Yeah.
And then we just broke up. We broke up in April.
oh
Okay.
wow.
But I mean, it's something where it's like I said, maybe it was meant to happen, you know.
Mhm.
Um, but
Deep.
yeah, you know, here now, like now, it's some if you take care of yourself, you know, you look good, you smell good, you just present
Yeah.
yourself good, you know, it's something where it comes naturally. It's
Mhm.
we're all human beings, you know,
Mhm.
whether we're in a chair or not. You know, we're all human beings, and it's something where it's if you're not look like how can I put it like yeah, you
We're
know,
all human.
you know when you're ready.
Mhm.
It's not
Yeah.
something where you're gonna be pressured into or the other person's gonna be pressured into. You know, it's gonna be real love. You know, it's not gonna be. It's we're all humans, bro. We're all humans. I mean, to me, everybody should be treated the same, whether in a chair or whether we don't have an arm or a leg or something like that. You know, I think what's the real beauty of life is the love from the person inside. You know,
Oh yeah.
and like I said, there's a lot of people like that, but it's something where you really gotta love yourself first to be able to love for that person. Does that make sense?
It makes sense to me. Love conquers all, baby.
Yeah, there you go.
So have you been getting back out there, Armando? Have you been
Yeah, it's like nothing crazy, you know. It's like I'm really focusing on my business right now,
okay?
but it's something where like, oh yeah, we go out. I did have a couple dates. Something it was like nice. It was like nice, you know, something where oh, you know, I'm getting out. You know, it's at first I was like, damn, you know, like yeah, when I first broke up with my ex, whatever,
Mhm.
I was like, damn, like this is how am I gonna like you know talk to them or stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's something where I was not really focused on. It was really loving myself more as a
Yeah.
human being, focusing on my business, and just really focusing on what needs to be focused on.
Focusing on you.
Yeah, exactly. And that's when I started loving myself more and just really understanding who I am and stuff like that. And that's when it really came into me. I'm like, oh, I can do it, you know? Fuck yeah, you know?
Yeah, I feel like that's where all of confidence stems from. Is like if you're happy with yourself, people can feel that.
Yeah, exactly.
It
And
attracts people.
it's something where you don't have to like get right away together. It's not like, oh yeah, I want you to date with. No, it's like, to me, it's like, oh yeah, I want to get to know you. It's something where we get to know each other. Our background, what your goals are, and stuff like that.
Take it slow.
Yeah, yeah. It's slow whether they become that person or not. We have friends.
Yeah.
It's something where friends are not bad. You feel me?
100%. Man, that's yeah. Eric wasn't lying there, Armando. You got wisdom, brother.
Yeah.
You got some good wisdom in you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I think that's like a good place to maybe wrap that up for now. Maybe once again, just for people who want to know more about you, maybe want to go on a showing with you. Tell them again where they can find you online, and then we'll again for the listener, we'll put those links in the description. So take it away.
Yes. So you guys can find me on Instagram at Mondo MANDO _period 21. Or you guys can find me on TikTok as well. I am making more TikToks now, like a wheelchair user, or just
Okay.
stuff as a wheelchair user does, like a day in a life or stuff like that. I do want to do like, oh, come with me to go show open houses, or excuse me, to do an open house,
Yeah.
or come with me with my showings or stuff like that.
Hell yeah. Okay. I will. Well, you'll definitely have a new follower for me. Eric, I would imagine you're gonna follow.
Yeah. So my TikTok is Mondo MANDO _303.
Okay, perfect. Okay, we'll have those links in the description. And Armando, I just want to say thanks again for reaching out, and two for coming on today.
Yeah.
I think it was an interesting conversation, and we look forward to having you back on in the pod in the future. Maybe in the new year, you can tell us how the end of the year went, and then how the beginning of the year is shaping up.
Yeah, of course.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, thank you, everyone. Thanks for listening in, and we'll see you in the next one.
See you next time, guys.
Bye.
Now, should you start your morning off with a cigarette? I don't know if you should, but I do.
Dap-a-doo, dap-a-doo, two white guys in a wheelchair.